It is no fun being in a relationship where you lack connection. I've worked with many individuals and many couples where this is going on. It can feel hopeless. You can feel stuck in your relationship. We all desire connection. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about what is in your control to actually create some shifts in your relationship and hopefully create some connection. First off, let's talk about what empathy is, because I think sometimes it gets confusing. And empathy is a buzzword out there. Everybody's using empathy now. Empathy is the most important thing. And it is. I don't want to downplay it. It is. But first off, think about what is empathy. Empathy is when somebody feels with you. They actually mindfully connect with your emotion. They're there. They resonate with you. So when we get in a relationship, we want to be understood. We want to be seen. We want to be heard. Empathy is the way that we show somebody that we see them, we hear them, we understand them. So if you're lacking empathy in your relationship, that's a big, big deal. Because if you don't have empathy, then you lack intimacy. You lack connection. We all desire feeling understood. The way that we feel loved the most is by when others can understand us. I'm going to break down for you why your partner, your husband, is struggling to empathize with you. But before I do, remember to subscribe to my channel. Some people struggle to empathize for a lot of different reasons. One of the main reasons why a partner or a husband struggles to empathize is because they don't want the vulnerability of it. They don't want to be too close to you. There's shame underneath there saying, I'm not okay as I am, and if I go empathize with my partner, if I go connect to their emotions, they might get to know me better, and I have some things to hide. I don't feel lovable. I don't feel like I'm okay, or maybe I have a deep, dark secret that I don't want them to see. So it's easier for me to keep them at an arm's length, to not create intimacy, to not create empathy, than it is to actually go there with them. Another reason why somebody might struggle to empathize is they just lack the tools of empathy. They were raised by parents that didn't empathize with each other. They didn't connect on an emotional level, and they haven't practiced learning what that actually means and what that actually is. So if that's the case, you can actually learn how to practice the tools of empathy and start to feel with another person. What it feels like when a partner doesn't empathize is that they just don't want to connect. And sometimes that is the case, sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes they really desire connection, they just don't know how. Sometimes they really are avoiding connection. Like I talked about earlier, there are some things that are in your control. You can't force your partner to be an empathetic partner, but you can do some things to actually facilitate the opportunity for empathy in your relationship. Here's some things that are in your control. Go to counseling, go to therapy, get some help. A good therapist who understands attachment and relationships can help teach you how to connect and how to be empathetic with each other. If you want a good therapist, then go to my website where we have awesome therapists who understand couples. It's therapyutah.org, so check us out there. It's okay to seek empathy and love outside of your marriage. Now, I'm not talking about going to have an affair, but if you're feeling a lack of connection, we all need it. So find friends and family members who can hold space for you and feel with you if you're not getting it from your husband. And then work with your husband on learning how to actually connect with each other. Learn about empathy on podcasts, YouTube videos, or anywhere that you possibly can. You can read a lot of books about it, and you can start to realize, oh, that's what empathy is. And the next thing to do is to actually practice it. It's gonna be sloppy at first. It's gonna be uncomfortable. If your husband doesn't wanna empathize or doesn't know how, they're gonna suck at it. They're not gonna be good at it. So be patient with your partner and practice it over and over again. The more you practice, the more likely it is that you'll actually feel some connection together. If your partner refuses to do any of this work, then what's in your control is your boundaries. You've got to ask yourself what actually works for you in a relationship and what doesn't. Maybe they're awesome at working hard, providing for the family, being connected to the kids' needs and those type of things, but they just don't empathize. You've got to ask yourself, what do you need in your life? What are you willing to sacrifice and what are you willing not to sacrifice? Step into being honest with them and open with them about what you actually need. And if they refuse to give that to you, or they won't budge at all, then it really comes back to your choice in choosing what you actually want in your life or not. One of the things that you can do to create more empathy and connection in your relationship is become the partner that you want them to be. Be empathetic, hold some space, create some safety and security in the relationship, and they're more likely to start to open up and be vulnerable with you if you're an honest, trustworthy, open, kind partner. Now, I get it. You might be listening to this video saying, Brannon, you don't know. You don't know what it's like with my husband. My husband is like, I can't get him to connect to anything. And the reality is maybe he really struggles to empathize. Maybe he can't, on an emotional, energetic level, connect to you. But you do have a choice. You have a choice to work on you, to self-reflect, to learn how to be an empathetic person yourself, and to have healthy boundaries. So there's a lot of things that you can still do no matter what's going on with him. If this video has been helpful, then check out my other video because something much deeper or bigger could be going on in your relationship. My other video is how to deal with emotional neglect in your marriage.